everyone, welcome back to another weekly weigh-in. Today is Wednesday the 4th of April and this marks the last week of my 12-week countdown that I paid for back in January when I first started Slimming World. So yeah, my 12-week countdown is up. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I don't know if I'm just going to purchase another 12-week countdown or if I'm just going to start paying it weekly. I'm even considering the idea of going and signing up just to do it online and doing it from home. The only reason I'm considering doing it online is because I'm not really that enthused by my class that I go to. And it's the same woman who runs all the classes there. And it's not her, I don't dislike her or anything like that. I just find, I did stay at the start and a couple of times again I've tried to stay, but I don't find it useful in the slightest. It is literally just going around the class, discussing everybody's weights, whether they've gained or lost, and then setting a target for what you want to lose. And while it's nice to hear everybody else's stories, it's quite a big class and it lasts a good 2 hours and the chairs are so uncomfortable that they actually kill my back. But also because I'm trying not to put too much pressure on the figures of what I'm losing. And there was a couple of times she asked me and I was just like, nah, I don't know, I'm not bothered as long as I lose, and she was just not having it, and I was like, fine, £1, and she was like, only £1, and I just found that a little bit, I just found that collided a little bit with what I wanted to do. And I do understand where she's coming from, because for some people that does work. I did say a good few weeks ago, I'm not bothered what I do actually lose, whether it's £0.5 or £3 or £4, I'm not bothered how much I lose as long as it's going down. So yeah, like I said, I do find the way my Slimming World rep, what are they called? Slimming World consultant runs it, I find those ways collide. And again, like I said, it really isn't useful. I thought that it would be a nice little group. We'd all be able to discuss recipe ideas and meals, or have you tried this new thing? And I really haven't just taken anything away thinking I'm going to try that or I'm going to do this or whatever. I've just not had that from group. I have had it from the Facebook group, not my Slimming World consultants group, another group that I've actually been a member of for maybe 2 or 3 years since I first done Slimming World, and that's a really good group. I'll try and link it down below. I do get quite a lot of good ideas and suggestions off of that. I do find that so much more helpful. So yes, that's my long-winded way of saying I'm thinking about doing it online from home. And the only thing that's stopping me doing that is, like I said in last week's video, I fell off the wagon way before this point in my last Slimming World journey, and I did do that one from home. One of the things I think keeps me on this journey is the thought of going in and that other person, it's the same woman every week that sees the scales, and even though I don't stay for group, that woman knows if I'm gaining or losing. It's just having that kind of someone to answer to type of thing. I think I still kind of need that at this point maybe, and I think if I'm doubting that, I really do need it at this point, if that makes sense. Yeah, so back to the start of the video. This is the end of my 12-week countdown, and this past week has been, well, let me start this off by saying I am still feeling quite good mentally. I'm still feeling pretty positive, but this past week has been pretty hectic and at points a little bit stressful. Not like, oh my god, I'm going to crumble under the strain of this. Stressful, just more of a worrying kind of stressful. Last Wednesday I had Rosie and Diego, my dogs, out on the field throwing their ball for them, and I mean, Diego's a lab, he's a little bit cumbersome when he runs, and I don't worry that he's going to hurt himself, but Rosie is like a freaking ninja. I keep saying to people, she's like a cross between Usain Bolt and Jackie Chan when she's on that field. She runs so fast. In fact, sometimes she runs so fast she beats the freaking ball and runs way past it and doesn't even know where it's went. And then if the ball's high, she like leaps into the air and does somersaults all the way back to the ground. It's hilarious to see her like that, and she just has so much fun. She loves it. But last Wednesday she fell a little bit funny and hurt her leg. She's hurt her leg before. Excuse my tablet, I forgot to put that on silent. She's hurt her leg before, like I said, and It's been okay, right as rain the next day or the day after that. But this one, I knew on Thursday it was a bit of a bad one. She wasn't putting any weight on it, and she kind of, when she tried to put it down, like she was trying to put it down for balance, she would catch it or something, I don't know, we howling in pain, and it was horrible. So I phoned the vet and they told me to give it another 24 hours and see how it was, because she was putting it down. They said if it was broken, she wouldn't even want to put it down or try and put it down. So done that. Friday morning I phoned again, she was still not putting it down. Phoned up and they said, we've not got any appointments till Monday. Just keep an eye on her. If it looks like it's getting any worse, get her in for an emergency vet appointment, which nobody wants because they're so ridiculously expensive. Over the weekend it never got any worse, it never got any better either. Well, I say that, but she was able to put it down without yelping in pain, so obviously it was getting a little bit better. Monday I took her to the vet and the vet pulled her leg and she just was howling the place down. Like, he was like, oh, I think she's maybe dislocated her hip. So we're going to have to keep her in and get her sedated and give her an x-ray and see what's actually going on. So that was Monday evening. She got kept in overnight Monday, and on Tuesday they phoned me and told me that they'd given her an x-ray and she has pulled something called the cruciate tendon. I think that's how you say it. It is the tendon that holds all the other tendons together in the knee, and her knee should be moving like that, but it's moving more like that, which is obviously where the pain's coming from. So they've prescribed her some painkillers and anti-inflammatories, and they've just said to give her 3 weeks rest along with the medication, and I have to take her back in 3 weeks, and they're going to do another x-ray or see if it's any better, and if it's not, they might have to do surgery on it to repair it. But because Rosie's quite a little dog, for a collie she's quite small, she was the runt of her litter, they're hoping that it's actually going to repair itself. It's been a bit stressful. If anybody is a dog owner and your dog's been hurt before, they will know how horrible it is and how helpless you feel as a pet owner. I just felt like it was Ali that had hurt herself. I just felt so helpless, and I would get into her bed and cuddle her, and you know, Rosie's quite a vocal dog, and she was just so quiet last week. It was heartbreaking, because I know when Rosie's quiet, I know she's in pain, I know it's bad. So happy that she's not broke it or dislocated her hip or anything. And even the last couple of days since yesterday and today, since I picked her up from the vet, she's been putting it down a little bit more, so that's looking positive. Anyway, this is turning into an update about my dog, and it's supposed to be a weighing update. The last few days have been a little bit hectic. I've managed to stay on plan. Don't get me wrong, I have managed to stay on plan. Thursday night I had all my nieces and nephews, but I'd planned way in advance for that because I knew that was happening. I got my brother and his wife tickets to go and see Mrs Brown's Boys in Glasgow for their Christmas present? Yeah, their Christmas present. And he said as soon as, oh, so you'll be watching the kids then? I was like, yeah, they've got 5 kids, I had 4 of them. The youngest one was at her other auntie's because, I mean, it's a lot, including a baby. I thought, at least if somebody else watches the baby, I can concentrate on the older 4. But anyway, I knew that was coming. I'd prepared in advance. I was having my speedy bolognese, and I was making them all just regular bolognese. Easy ozy. Ellie and I had been talking about getting a Domino's for Mother's Day, and because I didn't want to have it on Sunday night being so close to my weigh-in, I thought better have it on Friday night, and then I have time to make it up. We had half a cheeseburger pizza each, so it wasn't like a whole pizza to myself, and we had some of the little swirly garlic things, basically the same as we had a couple of weeks ago. By the way, the cheeseburger pizza at Domino's is like amazing. I should not be recommending that on a Slimming World video, but if anybody wants to have a little treat to themselves, try it out. Saturday again, I was at my dad's. It wasn't a buffet this week. It was actually a really nice meal. It was truffle pasta or something like that. It was really, really nice, and she'd done a nice tomato sauce, so it wasn't really too high in sins, I think, anyway. And then on Saturday night again, because we were at my dad's, he lives right next to an Odeon cinema, and I have recently signed up to the Odeon Limitless, which is all the cinema you want to watch for $17.99 a month, I think. Not an ad. I just think it's really good value at the minute because there's so many films that I want to see. I wanted to see Captain Marvel, and the new Avengers is out, and I'm also going to see the new Dumbo and things like that, so I thought it was just really worthwhile investing in getting Odeon Limitless. So we went to the cinema and we'd had quite a big dinner at my dad's, so we didn't need to have any popcorn or that. And Ali actually had a little jarry artichokes that I'd got him. He wanted it as a treat. He says, I'll just have them if I'm hungry. We did get a large Tango ice blast between us, and it didn't actually click with me that I wasn't allowed it. Genuinely did not even think I should not be drinking this until we were like that much off the bottom, and it was a big one. I was like, Ali, I'm not allowed to drink this. And he was like, well, you've drunk it now, Mum. So it was genuinely a mistake. What an idiot. Why did my brain switch off then? Why did it switch off? Another thing that happened this week was it Sunday? No, it wasn't. It was Monday when I went to take Rosie to the vet. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear one of my old pairs of jeans. These are the jeans that fitted me. They did fit me. I could zip them up and pop the button, but they were too tight and uncomfortable. And I thought, I'm going to put one of them on. And when I put them on, I was like so shocked. They were so big. They were massive. And it wasn't even like I could pop a belt on to help because they were just so baggy. The legs were so baggy. They were like massive. And actually I was kind of peed off about it because I was like, I had been waiting to wear these jeans comfortably for a good couple of months now, and then I went to do it and they didn't fit, and I was really annoyed that I'd missed that opportunity to actually fit into them and feel good about myself. I said to Ali, I'm really annoyed that freaking jeans don't fit me anymore. He's like, Mum, it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. And I went through the trouser half of my wardrobe, and this is the pile of things that are no longer fitting me. I'd already had a good clear out at the start of January, but clothes I didn't want and donated to charity shops and things like that, or clothes that were just shouldn't be worn anymore. I'd had a good clear out at the start of January, and then these were the ones that I wanted to keep and fit into again. And now I'm literally trouserless. Actually, what else has happened is a couple of weeks ago, you may have seen I had a Primark haul. I'd bought myself smaller sized leggings. I usually buy an extra large in the Primark leggings, and I bought a large this time. And now, I think it's maybe 3 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, these leggings are also too baggy on me. I'm almost trouserless. I'm actually almost trouserless. There's the leggings I can still wear maybe for hopefully another 2 or 3 weeks. I should not be complaining about this, but I did not think I was losing the weight that quickly. I'm not losing the weight that quickly, but I've obviously went down a next size, or I'm just on the cusp of the next size. I think I could fit into a medium in the Primark leggings, and that's pretty exciting actually. I think they're 12 to 14 or 14 to 6. No, they're 12 to 14, which is bizarre because I've never been a 12 in my life, and I think the last time I was a 14 I was a teenager. So it's kind of exciting, but it's also annoying because it's meaning more money that I'm going to have to spend. But what my plan is to sell these things because they're in good condition. So I plan on selling these on eBay, using the money for another couple of items, and then I'll probably do the same again if I need to. The problem is mostly with bottoms at the minute. The top half, I am a big girl up top, and it's not just because I'm overweight, it's what my mama gave me. I do have a ample bosom. In fact, it's like more than ample. It's ample enough for 3 people maybe. But the tops are all still, I mean, tops you can get away with being baggier and oversized. Oversized is the in thing at the minute, so I'm not too bad with tops and that at the minute. I don't know if you might recognise it. It's a mustard coloured kind of leopard print top, and I got it back in January at New Look in the New Look sales, and that is like ridiculously baggy on me now. That's actually probably the only one that's so baggy I don't think I'm going to be able to wear it anymore, or for much longer anyway. So that's my non-scale victory this week, is that all my clothes don't fit me anymore. So let's have a look at what you all came to see, how much weight I've lost or gained this week. I totally just gave you a spoiler, didn't I? So there you go. By some stroke of sheer luck, I lost £3 this week. That brings my total loss to 1 stone and £5. That really annoys me that she writes at like 1.5 because that actually looks like 1.5. I don't know how that happened this week. I have basically done the same as I've done the last few weeks. I have stayed on plan, stayed within my sins. I haven't changed anything about my diet. I haven't changed anything this week. And like the last few weeks as well, I've had a couple of little treats. So I don't know how I managed to go down to 3. It's just one of those, I don't know, tricks that my body's playing on me, I think. But I am glad that it was quite a substantial £3 loss this week, because I know this week on Sunday night it's WrestleMania. I've probably mentioned this before, and we'll have a buffet, and that is a non-negotiable thing for me. WrestleMania is something that me and my brother Andrew and our kids have done for years, and we always have snacks and buffet and things like that. I would say it's almost like Christmas. I mean, Christmas, a lot of people come off plan and don't want to think about sins or count the sins and things like that, and I don't want to do that for WrestleMania either. I also don't want to do it for Christmas. So that's happening on Sunday, and it's only just for that little buffet. Well, actually on Friday I've got my little sisters who are 16, they're twins, coming through for the Easter holidays. They're coming to stay with me for a week because they live in Fife. And on Sunday I've got my grandparents coming over for a Sunday brunch. Before we went out for breakfast with them to Weatherspoons when the girls come across to stay with me. But because I'm on Summer World, I don't want to go to Weatherspoons and use sins on something that I don't want to. So I thought I'll make a nice breakfast, and then I can stay within my sins, and the kids can still have their pancakes and maple syrup and scrambled eggs and everything. I'll do a nice big Sunday brunch. So I'm still planning to stay on plan the rest of Sunday. It's just that buffet on Sunday night that I'm planning to, you know, not worry about. Anyway, I think I've said a lot. I haven't given you guys any ideas this week or for things to try or anything, but I haven't tried anything new. Like I said, it's been very hectic, so I've had to resort to quick and easy and whatever's in the freezer and can be pulled out and made in a hurry. Because even like last night, I wasn't home till 7 o'clock last night from the vet after picking her up, and the night before was the same. So I think I'll end it there this week. Please, if you've made it to the end of this video, give it a like and let me know that you made it to the end of the video, because I really do appreciate those likes and comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I'm so close to that 100 subscriber mark. And I'm going to leave you with a tiny little clip of the weather this morning while I was on my way to Slimming World. Good old freaking Scotland. It was snowing. Wednesday the 4th of April, and this is the weather. It's actually thicker in real life than it looks on camera, but it's not really lying properly, if you can see, because it was also raining during the night. So hopefully it's not going to lie and be thick snow. Anyway, see you next time, guys.